You know what? I just realized what this is. Holy shit, I just realized what this is. Because, well, first of all, first thing I want to ask, that Drala kind of left her daughter to die in Ring City. I mean, there were several situations that she could have died, especially when we were underground and fighting those rats. We nearly got smoked the fuck out. But regardless, and with the goblins as well after that. But regardless, and you know, the thing that I remembered was in Wizard's Choice, there's a scene we actually meet Drala and we actually blackmail her, like, okay, you give us this information that we want. I'm not going to tell you what information they were looking for. You give us this information, but if you do not give this information, our allies will tell everyone where your children are. Because they specifically, I don't remember them mentioning the sex of the child, but they do say that we know that your children are here or whatever, and we will give out that information for everyone, and they will kill your kids if you do not give us the information. She got very mad, let me just say that. But yeah, you need to keep that in mind, that's the children that we are talking about. And I kind of wish I would have given the information away. I mean, if I wish there was an option to give the information away at some point, because holy shit, this girl turned out to be a fucking bitch. Fucking hell. This is a very bad situation. Drala is too much, bro. Drala is very strong. Like, you would think Kalak is strong. Drala is just insane. She's like right below a fucking... She's at the level of a demigod. I wouldn't be amazed if she like went one-on-one with Nerul. Holy shit, that would be ridiculous. Yes, no offense, chimes in Little Nipper. And you're definitely not good enough. Normally you would take a great deal of offense, but you're too distracted by this revelation. The little back at Kriya's room, it was signed by her mother. This way, you say, pointing down the path. Yes, and take the right at the fork, or you will be sorry. Wait, why am I just going somewhere? You nod numbly and swiftly begin walking. After taking the right fork, you quickly find a stairway in the middle of this garden, near where the flowers end, revealing only cold spiral steps. The stairway is rather drab, built for travel, not for lingering. The only decoration was stone eyes built into the walls, which is a little unnerving. Considering she is Drala, the all-seeing after all, you expect the eyes to come alive at any moment, peer into your soul before killing you. Landings go by, but you keep climbing. I feel like Drala knows that I'm here. Why do I feel like that's the case? But you keep climbing. Kriya and her mother will be at the top. You imagine the most powerful of witches enjoy the view. Kriya is not so powerful, you think, not for the daughter of Drala, although she is rather young, or was she hiding her real power? Maybe it would be better not to confront Kriya after all. Even if she is not so powerful, her mother certainly is, and you do not want to make an enemy out of someone like that. It is bad enough that you are being hunted by Thog. Holy shit, the author put a barricade in front of us. Like, I was hoping to kill Kriya at some point, and the author threw a fucking boulder in my direction. Now this is going to be difficult. We could still kill her, but it's going to take a long time. I'm guessing if the game even allows it, it's going to take a while before we are in a situation where we can escape from Drala. She is very strong, and like she does not see all the time, everywhere, every single person, but if she had some item of us and she scryed, she would know instantly where we are. And at this moment, I'm pretty damn sure she's watching us. There's no fucking way we are entering her domain and she does not see us. There ain't no fucking way. I'm pretty damn sure she does. I also remember that there's a hatch at the bottom of the tower, which I will remember, probably the way I will escape at the end of this, hopefully. Maybe I'm safe from Thog here, you wonder. Between the invisible shield, gods know what other wards Drala has to hide herself. Thog may not be able to catch up to her. Warped in your thoughts, you nearly run headlong into an elf coming down the stairway. Valela met? You mutter, in the only Elvish you know, which means every day is perfect, and so you think. His eyebrows rise up, surprised, yet then he bows slightly with a stoic expression. You bow back and hurry past him. Soon you come to a floor with music and laughter filtering out, along with the smell of spices and cooking meat. I better check this out, you think, even though deep inside you know it's foolish. Yes, the author is forcing me, obviously it's foolish. You creep into the landing. Painted on the wall before you is a vivid mural depicting beautiful, dramatically craggy, snow-covered mountains above a valley. What's a craggy? dramatically craggy. What does craggy mean? Above a valley of dense forest, your eyes are drawn to waterfalls cascading down the sheer cliffs that seem to move. Pulling your eyes away, you focus on your stealth as you approach the sound of strange language and laughter. Down a short hallway you go. Soon you're peering through the threshold of a large open door. Inside are elves, around 24. They're sitting or standing around a long table, drinking what must be wine from delicate, elegant glasses. You know what's funny? That we were in Drala's tower last time, but from the looks of it, Drala's tower was like really like desolate. The last time we only met Drala and her traps and magics and stuff like that. I don't think we actually met or even heard of any other individual living within Drala's tower. I'm guessing the Wizard's Choice was a more of a world building thing, and a Rogue's Choice is more of a setting building thing. That's why it's much more detailed than Wizard's Choice, and probably going to clash into various things, considering there are 22 chapters out at the moment and this shit is still not finished. I think so, at least. Anyway, your eyes are drawn to waters cascading down the sheer cliffs that seem to move. Pulling your eyes away, you focus on your stealth as you approach the sound of strange language and laughter. Down a short hallway you go, and so you are peering through the threshold of a large open door. Inside are elves and about 24. They're sitting or standing around a long table, drinking what must be wine from delicate, elegant glasses. One she-elf sits on the end, playing a harp, her mouth set in a determined smile. Another she-elf sits on the opposite end of the table, playing a mandolin, biting her lip with concentration. Immediately, you have the sense that they are in the midst of a musical duel, not magical duel. The musicians are taking turns, exchanging salvos of frantic music as the onlookers smile and sip from the wine. Between these salvos, the audience shouts something in what must be Elvish, taunts perhaps or encouragements. Recognize one of the elves. It's Lestral? Why? Okay, hold the fucking phone. Why is Lestral here? Lestral or whatever his name is. Because he's Kalak's apprentice. I thought that Kalak wouldn't have anything to do with Drala. Is Kalak? Yeah, I know Kalak is weaker than Drala. There ain't no fucking way that Kalak is stronger than Drala. Well, then again, he came from another dimension. He did mention that at one point. But still, Kalak is weaker than Drala, I'm assuming. But why is Lestral here? Blink hard, assuming that you're just mistaking one elf for another. Sure enough, it's him. You'd remember that pretty face anywhere, not to mention his long black rich hair. He's standing close to the harpist, displaying his unusually tall height. He tilts his head attentively as she plays, then closes his eyes, takes a sip of wine, as though savoring all these fine things about him. Kalak is here, you wonder? Oh, Kalak. Yeah, that would actually make more sense that Kalak is here instead of just Lestral being here. Because I was like, why is Lestral here just like alone? Does he work for Drala? Is he a spy or something? I was thinking, but I guess it could be the case that Kalak is here. You wonder, gods, it had only been a few days since you last saw Kalak and Lestral. Well, you're not exactly sure how long you had recovered after that Thog minion encounter. It still couldn't have been more than a week. In any case, Kalak is nowhere to be seen. It is only elves. You feel a twinge of envy as you prepare to leave. Why did I feel envy? You never would have imagined that such proud and fancy creatures such as these would know how to have fun. You wish you could join them. But at least your curiosity now satisfied, you creep back at the stairway, continue up. You go up another floor. On this landing, there is a golden statue of smiling nymph with sapphires for eyes. I'll be back for you, you say to the smiling statue. Oh, we're trying to take the sapphires. That's probably like a camera or something. Like whatever the world's camera is. You have your dagger from the mermaid's hoard, which ought to have a fine enough point to pry off those sapphires. Despite your newfound wealth that you buried, you still find it difficult to just walk past such opportunities. You take deep breath and where are we? You take deep breath and are about to continue on up the stairway when you hear a familiar girl's voice. No, this way. Korea, is it? What? You whisper to the statue. Did you say that? You're reminded of one of the living statues of Kallax. These things can be dangerous. I'm here, my champion. Oh shit, it's Egra. The sound is coming from beyond the statue. Although it is It's more like you feel the words than you hear them. Sounds like Agra. Could it be some trick of Drala? Well, sure, let's follow the voice. Wait, hold on. Is this like staircase designed the same way? Is designed for is this staircase designed the same way the ethereal staircase of never-endingness, I forgot the name of the staircase, exists in the afterlife world? Because if it is, then that's a problem, because whenever someone like calls out to you in that staircase, it's pretty much a trap every single time. But let's go with follow Agra's voice. Let's see what this is. How would Drala know that Agra calls you champion? Well, she is Drala, the all-seeing, and maybe you shouldn't underestimate what she knows. Still, if Drala knew you were here, she wouldn't need tricks to lure you into a trap. This is her tower. She already would have you. To just favor me and think as you sidestep past the nymph statue. The chamber is immense, with high columns, intricate tiles made of what must be exotic stone. The tiles make up geometric patterns that draw you in. You shake your head as though to clear it. You creep along, using the columns as cover. As you enter the next chamber and risk crossing the open marble floor, you hear a rumbling voice. Greetings. You leap in the air and spin. The voice comes from above you. You look up to see a dragon. Yep, it was a trap. I think it was a trap. The monster is stretched out on the ceiling. Is dragon considered a monster? I guess so. Stretched out on the ceiling, its long wings spread out, touching the upper columns with hooks embedded in the webbing. His long head is turned, his one reptilian eye fixed on you. His scales are brass in color, making the skin resemble beautiful old-fashioned armor. Greetings, you manage. He lets go of the fold and swoops down. You leap back, slamming up against the wall as he alights on the floor before you. Alights? He cocks his head and is either smiling or grimacing, showing a row of long dagger teeth, or not danger teeth. I have a riddle for you, he says. Oh, I'm not good at guessing those. He ignores you and lifts his claw off the floor to your height. What is this tall? Tries to walk quietly and uses a window for a door. Oh, he doesn't have a riddle. He's just mocking us. An elf, you say with a weak smile. A thief, says the dragon triumphantly. Not necessarily, you say, butting up against the wall, hands up. I spotted you climbing outside. Presumed you'd come looking for treasure on this floor. To your credit, I don't think the mistress knows you're here. She'd never expect a skinny mortal like you to climb up into her tower in full daylight. She relies on her wards against powerful magical auras, with no regards for desperate courage. Courage, you say with a smile? It's not every day I'm called courageous by a dragon. He turns his head to look at you with his other eye. He hisses for a moment, and then he makes a hissing noise that you sincerely hope is not happy laughter, not the gloating, sinister sort. Now that is the rich stuff. The rich stuff? You ask, trying not to allow a lull in the conversation, lest it occurs to him to eat you. You mean like gold? Gold, yes, he says. Yes, I like to hoard it, although I've not a proper hoard yet, as I'm too young, or so my uncle tells me. I'm more for spending than hoarding, you say with a wink. He grins. Humans and the short-term concerns, so rich. He probably is asking for money. Raises his head high above you. What is a young dragon, or a dragon for that matter, doing in this tower, you ask? Yet, I asked you the same question first, says the dragon. No matter, I shall answer in short. As it turned out, his answer is not short. It goes in. Oh well, for him it might be short because he is dragon, so he's probably his time is different from his eyes. As it turns out, his answer is not short. He goes on in detail about how he has made a deal with Drala, the all-seeing, to supply her with her precious nail clippings and molting scales in exchange for tutelage in magic. He goes on about the maps, books, and magical items as he has been given access to, using a great deal of jargon and words you don't understand. You would have nodded off if not for his long dagger teeth clinking near you as he speaks.